Hi guys. So in this video we are going to understand about how we can enable the multi-factor authentication on a particular user. You can consider it as a two-way authentication also. Sometimes in projects it is required that the users should be logging on the AWS account in a two-way or two-factor authentication mechanism. They should not be able to log in just by providing the password, but there should be some other mechanism also that needs to be passed. This adds up more security in terms of logging into the AWS account. Now we are going to see that how we can enable the MFA in this particular lab scenario. What I'll do is I'll take up one user, and I'm going to take up the Cloud Institute user that we created in the previous session or the video. I'll just search for this user, and I'm going to implement, or I'm going to enable the multi-factor authentication on this particular user. So you can see that I have opened up the user with the name Cloud Institute, and just below the MFA is not active. It is not enabled. So what we need to do is to enable the MFA, we have to click on the user, and then we have to go to the security credentials of the user. And here, if you scroll down, you would get an option called multi-factor authentication. You need to assign an MFA device. So just have to click on assign an MFA device, and then it gives you a couple of options. You can assign a virtual MFA device in the form of an application. This application you can download it on your cell phones as well. You may add an MFA device in the form of a security key. This is a USB key that is you can attach it with your systems, or you can add an MFA device in the form of a hardware TOTP token. But for that, the hardware token has to be bought. So right now we cannot do a demo from the hardware token perspective. We cannot do the demo from the security key perspective. So I'm going to show this lab using the virtual MFA device by using the application. So first of all, we need to provide the name, the MFA device name. Let's say I put something like Cloud Institute MFA, and the app is going to be the Authenticator app. If you want to see what are the list of the applications, then you just have to click on next, and here you get a list of all the compatible applications. So if you are an Android user or an iPhone user, accordingly you can install the application on your cell phones. Just click on this particular link. Ideally for the Android as well as for the Apple phones, the applications are same. The virtual MFA devices are same. You can see here the Android users can use Twilio Authenticator, Duo Mobile, LastPass Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator likewise, and same applications can be used by the iOS users as well. So it is up to you. In my cell phone, I'm using an Android phone, and I have installed the Authenticator app on my cell phone. So I'm going to use that as an MFA device. So we'll go back to the IAM, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Authenticator app on my cell phone. Just a minute. I've opened it up, and then I'm going to open the app to scan a QR code. But where exactly we can get a QR code? We have to click on show QR code on the AWS IAM console from here. So when we click on show QR code, the QR code appears, and we need to scan it from the Authenticator application on the cell phone. Once the scanning is done, it gives us the 6-digit code, which refreshes after an interval of time. So we need to provide the value that we can see on the application, and then we have to wait for a new refresh. Now the second token that has been given by the app is 834538. And once we provide these tokens and add an MFA and click on add an MFA, it registers our MFA application, the authenticator application on our cell phone with the Cloud Institute user. Now we are going to test. MFA is enabled on this user. We are going to test this functionality. So what I'll do is I'll just copy the account ID, log out from my root credentials, click on sign into the console again, and then select the IAM user, provide the 12-digit account ID, click on next, provide the username Cloud Institute, and provide the password lcapital_learn@1234 and click on sign in. Now it is going to ask us what is your MFA, because now we have enabled the MFA. So it is a two-factor authentication that we need to do it. So I'm going to open up the app on my cell phone and I'm going to look for the latest code, and it is 049874. Submit it, and this should allow me to log in on the AWS console. Here you can see at the top right side, I've logged in into the correct account with the correct user details. So this is how we can enable the MFA and we can secure our AWS account credentials as well. Thank you for watching this video.